From the rolling hills of Tuscany to the luxurious Amalfi Coast, in this video we'll share our entire 10-day itinerary, enjoying the finer things in life in Italy.
We made it to Rome finally. Ooh, cheers!
8-hour plane ride, and then we took the Leonardo Express from the airport, which is like a 32-minute ride into
Very easy.
into Roma Termini.
Still don't know Italian.
Not at all. We've got an hour to kill before our train up to Florence, so we've got our first caffè latte.
We'll be departing shortly.
After an hour wait, we're on our train from Rome to Florence, and the whole ride only takes like an hour and a half because it's a high-speed train.
One of the issues we ran into is on the board looking for the train to Florence, but it doesn't stop at Florence. It's a stop, but it keeps going to Milano.
Yeah, so it said Milano, so then we were like asking for help, like, where do we go?
But your ticket has a train number. Follow that.
Smart.
Time for a nap.
Maybe. I'm gonna be looking out the window.
I'm gonna be napping.
We made it to Florence, so now we are going to walk over to our rental car company, pick up our Fiat convertible, and we'll make our way over to Pisa.
Yay!
From Florence, it was a quick 1 hour, 15-minute drive to the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Yep, it's definitely leaning.
Did you know you can climb to the top? Real talk, I had no idea before planning this trip.
This is so cool!
But we made a separate video all about that if you're interested.
We made it to the top of the tower.
Great view of Pisa.
Worth it for the steps, I guess. Now, to continue our journey, we're off to the hills of Tuscany. Let's go! We're here!
We would be spending the next 4 days drinking wine and exploring Tuscany.
First off, Vespa tour.
Here we go. On our first day, we did a Vespa tour through the rolling hills and vineyards. The views were stunning. The main reason we planned this trip to Italy was because our dear friends were getting married here, and today was their wedding day. Now, this may be hard to include in your own itinerary, but this would make a perfect day to do some winery tours in Tuscany.
Cheers.
Or we can just petition them to get married again and invite you, because it was a pretty epic wedding.
Today we're in Volterra.
Yeah, we had a free afternoon, and so we took a easy 20-minute drive up the hills. Very windy, very curvy.
Volterra sits on the top of a hill, which has incredible views of the Tuscan hills, but it's also just like super old, tons of really beautiful old buildings. So we're just walking around, exploring the city a bit. Nothing's planned.
Except for gelato.
Yeah.
Gelato.
We spent our third day in Tuscany exploring the historic streets of Volterra, shopping, eating, and enjoying the views.
Check out this view.
Overlooking all of Tuscany.
You can watch our 4 days in Tuscany video for more in-depth info about our time in Tuscany.
Good morning. Today is our last day in Tuscany. We got up super early and are driving back to Florence. That's why we look super tired right now. Lucky us, we're in morning rush hour traffic.
This is fine. Everything's fine.
In Florence, we dropped off our rental car and hopped on a train to Naples.
We have a couple couple hours in Naples before we take our train to Pompeii. And so we are storing our bags at Key Point. They can store the bags for either €1 or €2, super cheap, super secure. It's right inside the Naples train station. So definitely use it if you want to go explore and not have to carry all your stuff around.
With just a couple hours to spare in Naples, you know we had to try some pizza.
Peter's starving right now, but I made him wait so I could get it on camera.
It's been really good.
The first bite of Naples pizza.
You know, it's pretty freaking good.
But things were going a little too well for us.
How's it going?
Oh, you know, just the classic stress of everything.
Stress of travel.
Stress of travel.
Everything's unknown. Our other train is not going currently for some reason, the one we bought tickets for. So now we're here in this other train, and hopefully it takes us to the same place.
Yeah, hopefully it does.
Yippee!
That'd be sad if it didn't.
Fear not, we got to Pompeii, but it just took way longer than planned.
Well, that train line, it did get us to Pompeii, but unfortunately, it got us to the Pompeii station. That's a 25-minute walk from our hotel.
Finally, our hotel.
So hot.
We made it. Kind of small, but that's fine. But no more time to waste. Hopefully we'll have like 2.5 hours in Pompeii. So here we go. We're in Pompeii. We were supposed to get here with 4 hours to spend exploring the ruins, but we only have 2. So let's see as much as we can in 2 hours.
It's recommended to spend at least a half day in Pompeii, like the 4 hours we had planned, but we made the most of our 2 hours exploring the ruins. Hopefully you'll have more time than us when you visit. We stayed until closing, and after our hectic day, we deserved more pizza.
Yes, we had pizza for lunch, and now we're gonna have it for dinner. Don't judge me. We have had quite the morning here in Pompeii. It started raining, and then it was super raining and lightning and thunder, and so much so that there was a thunder strike, like it sounded like lightning hit nearby, and it was like a huge bang, and then alarms started going out, like outside, the building's alarm was going off. We have no idea what was going on. But needless to say, our planned visit to Mount Vesuvius, the tallest volcano and mountain type thing in the area, didn't seem like a good idea. So our driver that's coming to pick us up, we're actually going to detour to Herculaneum instead, which is a different ruin site besides Pompeii. I'm super bummed that we won't get to go to the top of Mount Vesuvius, but I don't really feel like getting struck by lightning today. We made it to Herculaneum, as you can see here below. So a small history. In 79 AD, that's when Mount Vesuvius over yonder erupted and covered Herculaneum in about 16 meters of ash and mud. And there was also an eruption of like poisonous gas that rushed down here and killed everyone instantly, basically. The city was covered completely and preserved it extremely well. Better than Pompeii was preserved. Like, they even had organic matter that survived over the years, like books, food even, the wood in the structures, everything. So definitely cool to see something so well preserved from nearly 2,000 years ago.
My dumb self read that it was a town on a cliff overlooking the sea. And I walked up and I said, if it's a town on a cliff, why is it in a pit? Because it was covered with 16 meters of ash and mud.
There you go. Right now we're standing in the men's baths of Herculaneum, which is one of the top things to see when you come to visit. I only know that from Googling it this morning, but it's obviously more intact than most buildings.
And these people love their tile work. Is that the altar where you'd worship me?
Maybe pizza. I'll worship pizza.
Sadly, it's time for us to leave. Our driver's waiting. How was it though?
It was amazing. The time flew by. Again, we were only here like an hour and a half because it was a stop on our private drive. We're going from Pompeii over to Positano today. Still, super glad we came. It was amazing.
From Herculaneum, it was about a 1-hour drive down to the Amalfi Coast. We would be staying in Positano, perhaps the most iconic town on the coast, and it was easy to see why.
Another day, another pizza, but this time in Positano.
Now we had 4 days to enjoy the beauty and luxury of Positano.
Today we're renting a private boat with some friends.
It's just gonna be the 6 of us and the captain. That'll be so nice.
It's gonna be amazing. 2 hours of looking at this. I can't wait.
Highly recommend for your own trip to Positano. I'll link some options below, along with the other activities mentioned in this video.
Today in Positano, we're walking around and doing some shopping and eating, of course.
Let me tell you, there is lots of great shopping and eating in Positano. But be prepared, everything is hella expensive. But can you really put a price on happiness? Every night we ate like kings, especially tonight. We dined at the Michelin-starred restaurant La Sponda, and it was worth every penny. Today we had extra exciting plans. We were taking the ferry over to Capri, and from there we had booked our own private boat to take us around the island. This was quite possibly my favorite part from our time in Positano. For all the juicy details, make sure to watch our 4 days in Positano video linked below. I'm super bummed. This is our last day in Positano. We're getting picked up in like 2 hours, so we're gonna go out and walk around a little bit before we have to leave. While we were sad to be leaving Positano, we did have one last exciting plan for our time in Italy. We had a few hours in Naples before we had to catch our train on to Rome, so you know what that meant. Time for more pizza.
The tomatoes are just so good.
We were able to try 2 of the best pizzerias in Naples. If you want to know which of the 3 pizzas we tried in Naples was our favorite, you'll have to watch the video we made about it.
Oh my gosh, it looks amazing, and it came out super quickly, thank goodness, since we have like 12-13 minutes to eat before we need to leave to catch our train. But good.
Very good.
Full of pizza and joy, we ran to catch our train to Rome, with a flight home early the next morning. And if you're still here, do us a favor and subscribe for $0. Much cheaper than Positano, trust me.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing? You're gonna get kicked out of Italy. Yeah, we don't do that here.
Sorry about it.
My God, Hercules, you've gotten fat.
Poor little guy.
Damn, these people must have been real short. Even Lenny has to dip down.
I fit right in.